Hi, I'm Karina, and today we will be going over surface preparation. Join us as we guide you through the details of furniture preparation, empowering you with the knowledge and techniques needed to transform your piece into a work of art. From surface cleaning and repairs to sanding, priming, and selecting the right materials, we leave no stone unturned in our quest to equip you with the skills you need to do it yourself. Planning your piece. When planning your piece, we suggest thinking about the room where the furniture will be placed and consider the existing decor. What colors and styles are already present? You'll want to choose a paint color and finish that complements the room's overall design. Once you have an idea of the look you're going for, choose the appropriate paint. Consider the type of furniture you're painting and the desired finish. Still not sure? Take our color quiz on our website. Finding the right tool. Here's a list of supplies that's great for getting your furniture ready. A mask, we suggest the N95 masks. Lint-free cloths. Drop cloth or large piece of cardboard to protect your floor. Medium and fine grit sandpapers, 150 grit and 320 grit or higher. Screwdriver to remove hardware. High quality synthetic bristle paintbrush, round painting sponge, or paint roller. Paint, and your top coat of choice. Testing for lead. Sometimes finding that perfect second-hand piece is invigorating. Sometimes we just don't know what it's been painted with. If you're unsure, we always suggest doing a lead test. Here you can see the lead test we brought. You can get these at most hardware stores that sell paint. Unfortunately, if your piece does test positive for lead, we suggest finding another piece for your project. If you want more information on lead testing, Canadians can call 1-800-O-Canada, and Americans can call 1-800-424-LEAD. If it does not test positive for lead, we can now move on to the next step, removing hardware. Removing hardware. Before painting a piece of furniture, it's essential to remove any hardware first to ensure a smooth and even finish. To do this, you'll need a screwdriver with the right bit. Today we're using a Phillips. I also suggest having a small container available to store the loose hardware for easy storing. If necessary, clean the hardware with a soft cloth or mild cleaner. Cleaning your piece. We always recommend giving your piece of furniture a really good scrub down before you start painting, even if it's all you have to do. Something as simple as vinegar and water at a 1-to-1 ratio and a Scotch-Brite style abrasive pad is often enough. Today I'm using good old-fashioned soap and water. Here's a tip. Stay away from any soaps or detergents that have natural oils in them, simply because those can affect how the paint adheres to the surface. Water-based paint and products don't like to stick to something that has oils on the surface. If you do use something like TSP for cleaning your piece, it's very important to clean it off completely with a damp cloth and leave it to completely dry before moving on to the next step. Surface preparation. If there are little dings, scratches, or other imperfections, you might want to repair those, and in that case, you'll most likely need to sand the fixed areas so it all blends in. You'll also want to sand and clean up any chipping or flaking. If it is a super shiny or smooth surface, use a medium or finer grit sandpaper and just go over it lightly to remove that gloss or shine. Just make sure, of course, that you wipe the surface down with a damp cloth and get rid of all the dust. Laminate furniture tends to be super smooth, often shiny and non-porous, similar to glass. So sometimes it doesn't have enough tooth or grit for the first couple coats of paint to really hold on to. If you aren't wanting to sand, then a coat of our clear bonding primer will work as well. Scratch test. If you've ever tried to refurbish a surface that doesn't want to accept paint such as the laminate, metal, or oil-based finishes, you'll know how frustrating it can be to make sure the paint adheres and won't peel off. If you're working with a tricky surface that you're worried the paint won't adhere too well, the best place to start is to do a scratch test. Some tricky surfaces include materials like glass, smooth metal, laminate, or wood that has been painted or stained with oil-based products. To perform a test, paint a few small patches on your piece and leave it to dry for 24 hours. We painted this small patch yesterday, which was nearly 24 hours ago. Let's now do a scratch test. I'm going to test the patch with my fingernail to see if the paint has adhered well or if it peels off easily. Our scratch test went really well. We do not need to prime our piece. If after your scratch test your piece is peeling, then a coat of primer will likely be the easiest way to proceed. Once you're primed and cleaned up, it's the fun part, time to paint. Do you always need to do these things? No, not at all. When you're new to the world of painting furniture, it's just getting used to figuring out what type of surface prep your furniture or project will need before you paint. Once you get more experience, you'll start to get a good feel for what is needed and the process will start to speed up for you. Now on to the fun part, painting.